The £25 million James Maddison transfer alternative who can wow in Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham vision. James Maddison has been linked with a move to Tottenham Hotspur this summer, but Bristol City's Alex Scott could prove to be the perfect transfer alternative. Tottenham's failure to qualify for Europe could potentially be a major stumbling block if they attempt to lure James Maddison from Leicester City this summer. In the mix for a Champions League finish for the vast majority of the 2022-23 campaign, Spurs' dismal form towards the end of the season saw other teams profit and the Lilywhites drop out of the European places altogether. Now with Maddison a certainty to depart the King Power Stadium due to his contract status and the Foxes' relegation to the Championship, the England international will undoubtedly be looking to feature in Europe on a regular basis. That could well give Newcastle United and Arsenal, who have both been linked with the attacking midfielder, a huge advantage over Tottenham, especially as both can offer the 26-year-old Champions League football. If Tottenham are not successful in a move for Maddison, Ange Postecoglou and the club's new managing director of football will have to look elsewhere. In terms of an alternative for the ex-Norwich City ace, Bristol City's Alex Scott has an incredibly bright future in the game and he would potentially cost half the price of Maddison. Excelling in the Championship for the Robins, the 19-year-old attacking midfielder, who is a Tottenham fan, looks destined for a switch to the top flight sooner rather than later, with clubs such as Brighton and Hove Albion, Brentford, Liverpool, Newcastle, Wolves and West Ham linked with the exciting player this summer. Bristol City are going to lose their prized asset, but boss Nigel Pearson has indicated that interested parties will have to fork out more than £25 million to sign the Guernsey-born ace. So far the speculation has been cooked up by journalists and agents, said Pearson, via BBC Sport, after Scott had scored in City's 2-0 win over Blackpool in March. We have not received one firm offer. If we do, it will need be more than £25 million in today's market. I believe Alex will play for England one day. I thought that when I first saw him in a training session and nothing since has changed my mind. Playing his part for England under-19s last summer as the Three Lions won the 2022 UEFA European Under-19 Championship, Scott, who spent time with both Southampton and Bournemouth as a youngster, has continued to go from strength to strength. Contributing with 2 goals and 5 assists last season, the versatile midfielder came in for praise from Pep Guardiola after Bristol City's FA Cup clash against Man City, and he then went on to crown his season by winning the Championship Young Player of the Year award. Taking part in the recent FIFA Under-20s World Cup campaign in Argentina, along with current Tottenham players Alfie Devine and Dane Scarlett, Scott started in 3 of England's 4 games as they exited the competition at the hands of finalists Italy. If Tottenham do attempt to move for Scott this summer, the club may well have a secret weapon in Devine who could potentially prove key to his friend's final destination amid interest from a host of Premier League clubs. Alfie Devine, who I now play with for England, under-20s, is probably one of my closest mates, Scott said in a recent interview with The Guardian. Being a Spurs fan, I remember when he scored against Marine at 16. I was watching that with my dad at home and thinking, he's going to be the next one to come through at Spurs. Now I'm best mates with him at England level. That in itself is surreal for me. Mainly operating as an attacking midfielder for Bristol City but also having plenty of experience of playing as a central midfielder, and sometimes in the holding role, Scott has all the qualities to become a Premier League regular. Excellent in possession and a progressive ball carrier with an eye for a pass, he is also an extremely confident dribbler who can glide past his opponents with ease, thus seeing him earn the nickname the Guernsey Grealish in the process. A player with a very high ceiling and someone who can go on to star in the Premier League, and on the international stage in the not-too-distant future providing he continues to progress. Bristol City are going to find it extremely tough to hang on to their main man. whereas Maddison could go straight into the Tottenham 11 and immediately improve the team due to his Premier League experience. Scott is perhaps viewed as one for the future. However, his excellent display against Man City back in February does indicate that he can mix it against the Premier League's best, and a regular opportunity is all he needs. Postecoglou's system would also suit him down to the ground and bring out the very best in him, especially as he would be one of the two midfielders who would push upfield and support the frontman, which in turn would allow him to thrive in the final third as he has done on countless occasions for his current club. Appointing a head coach in Postecoglou who has a strong record of developing players, after taking many to the next level at all the clubs he's managed in the past, the Australian could be the perfect man to guide Scott in the next step of his career. If Maddison is to head elsewhere this summer, the Bristol City ace could prove to be the perfect alternative. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the latest updates.